Ladies and gentlemen, the Playdate is filled with wonderful animal-based entertainment with or without the crank. But did you know it also had shmups on it? Like half a dozen. And here's the first game I bought for the Playdate. Why? Because it looks like this. And this. And goes pew pew. So let's show you how it's done. 2 buttons, no crank, one for a small laser, one for a large laser. The large laser needs to be charged up by collecting crystals. We done? We done. There are a few problems with this game, not just because it's on a 1-bit machine. Movement is questionable, your hitbox is large, you can see it in the middle of my ship, and these bullets are incredibly chonky, so when combined with my chonky hitbox, it creates some chonky damage, but that just means it's a challenge to overcome. There's a counter on the bottom right, when that hits 9, you're supposed to unleash the large laser for maximum points. Unfortunately, everything is lost for the mini-boss in terms of charge, and it's coming up now. What I want to do for this phase is to take care of the right, then the left. But the next phase is a pain though, this one is trivial. So a little bit further on the left hand side, and for the next phase I may as well explain it now because we're here. I want to take care of the left gun from my perspective. As you can tell, these splurts in the middle are a little bit dangerous, but the left gun is gone, so I have a bit more room to maneuver. This is probably the hardest part of the whole game, the first mini boss, and it's done. So, there are 3 types of enemies, little octopus things, big ships, and bigger ships. For the big and bigger ships, I want to use my laser for those big chunky points. Now, this score is 11th on the actual leaderboard. How many people are on there? How many people own a Playdate? There are dozens of us. Dozens! Okay, so for the octopuses, I just want to sweep from left to right, preferably waiting until 3 of them are on the screen at once. This is just to lure the bullets and rapidly change direction for the next wave. And then big one in the middle, I forgot to laser. So I'm pretty sure this is a 2-man development show, one for programming and an artist which created hand-drawn elements in this game. That is why it looks fantastic, a lot of care has gone into this. That's why it's not so bad when you lose out to the very first mini-boss. But 11th place, so what? Well, when you're stuck at a game, you look it up. So there is a video giving away this incredible tactic here for the boss we should get. Yet, there it is, the warning. What could this possibly be? Oh, it's a boss, so I'm going to sit on top of its head. Yes, there is no collision mechanic for bosses, and this one only shoots in front, or punches in front. Never is it aimed directly, so I can be safe here in my snug little spot and just teabag him. Last phase, I don't really care, it's done. And a no-miss bonus, which is very valuable here, so I've got nearly 200,000 points just for the first stage alone, and not a single life lost. The lives bit as we go into stage 2 is very important for this run, because there are conditions for the TLB, the true last boss. And the condition is this: I can only be hit once. That's it. One single solitary time. Twice? Nope, sorry, doesn't work like that. That just gets me the normal boss and then we end the game. The best video I found for this only went to the middle of this stage here, stage 2, and only played on the newly included novice mode. So, these tactics here are never before seen unless you happen to go on the Playdate Discord where there's a streamable or something like that. Because I had no other choice, and that is the beauty of shmups in general, and this one in particular. You need to learn how to break it, and I'm glad this philosophy has made its way onto the Playdate. Now, fundamentally there is no difference in tactics here for the normal enemies, they just appear in different patterns in the waves. There are some image swaps, instead of big ships they're now big bugs, but the shots remain the same. Mini-boss, aimed shots, moving from one side to the other. Because they are aimed, you can't sit on its head. However, it's simple enough to avoid if you know what to look for. And that's the thing, it's a question of experience. Experience which is necessary because there's no level select. And second phase, just dodging lines. If it's far left, you know the next one will be right, and so forth. There are a few tight moments, but the ship has enough speed to avoid all that is necessary. And just a little bit more of strafing from side to side. Looks like I'm talking too fast. There we go, it's done. So unlike the previous stage, there's not a lot between now and the actual boss. The developer themselves have said that the difficulty is a bit asymmetrical, to use their words. Not to say there's no difficulty to come, but if you've managed it this far, then you should be able to see the boss as we're seeing now. And what's a free head Hydra? Well, here's one. And like the mini-boss, aimed shots. However, it's a bit interesting because each head will fire their own shot with different attributes. You can see the left one is a little bit slower in speed, which causes issues when I want to go to the right. It's not a simple dash from side to side. At times I need to pause. And the lack of collision is there when needed, so I can swoop up and down. How much longer? There is a second phase. Unfortunately, there's only one hitbox remaining, which is in the middle, and I have to hit that when passing. Now we're in the second phase, so I go away to abuse the lack of aim shots in this phase. Yes, the danger is only in the lower half of the screen, as the bullets go from left to right or right to left. Meanwhile, I safely stay in the middle, and we're done. 2 stages down, not a single lost life. This is good. I get my no miss bonus, and we're at almost 400,000 points. So, Playdates are full of smaller experimental titles, and this game here is no different. We're going into the 3rd stage, and this is the final stage. I asked the dev this, and they told me I need to reach the normal game, the end of that, with 3 or 4 lives left. They know this, the game knows this, so why not throw everything at me in between? And this combination of small and big ships is one of the most cruel. There will be a short barrage of bullets flung my way, but I feel comfortable. I can lose a life now before the boss, that's no problem. Oh, okay, we're getting a little bit close now. Yes, a little bit of luck is still needed, but, oh, yep, definitely close. Oh, I do not like looking that back. But, here we are, the final boss for the normal game. 1 life, that's all I can lose here. Thankfully, the first phase of this boss is very predictable. In the middle are normal shots, there's no change in the direction or frequency or speed of those. From both sides come aimed shots, so I just need to lure them to one side and then go to the other. The hitboxes are in the middle, but it's the same as the second boss. I'll hit it when passing. Of course, where possible, I'll just sort of linger in front. But that's fine, phase 2. And we're fighting, it is Ghost with a mechanical heart, again with aim shots. So just hit the beating engine when crossing from one side to the other. There is absolutely no danger here when you stay moving. And we should do this now. Okay, that is done. Phase 3, or rather, this is the true last boss. And I was scared of what it could do, so went right into it. First life lost. Now I've got to be honest, I see the aura around it. I'm not sure what to do here. I have no giant laser left, but it doesn't mean I can't shoot a pathetic little burst off. I'm experimenting here with teabagging, not entirely sure what needs to be done here. Right, we've got a little burst that's going to come up. No. At the moment, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Little burst, it's changed, and now it is dead. And with that, the game is over. For the very first time on YouTube, a true last boss TLB clear of gun trails. How much am I regretting that life lost? Well, I'm 11,000 points behind 10th place, so I'm regretting it a lot. But still, it's cleared, it's recorded, and there are other arcade experiences on Playdate. We can even escape the arcade should we so wish. But our adventure, for now, is over. Thank you all very much for being here. Until the next time, goodbye.